Spy!
Before you can start mindlessly bashing one key on your keyboard and holding your left mouse button into eternity, you must first ask yourself the following two critically important questions. 1. Does your dong get rock hard looking at sexualized animals? 2. Do you want everyone to know your dong gets rock hard looking at sexualized animals? If you answered yes to both questions, congratulations, you're a prime candidate for becoming a W+M1 Pyro. You cannot be a W+M1 Pyro if your hard drive doesn't have a hidden folder named furry shit with over 50 gigabytes of the hardest core furry porn on the planet in it. After we've taken care of our bestiality lust, we need a good profile name. Something like Sea Vixen Lean Face. You should have more than enough material in the aforementioned furry shit folder to get an appropriate avatar, so I'll leave that to your discretion. If this crucial first step doesn't happen, the rest of W+M1 Pyro will not fall into place. So, if not already done, make sure you take care of this first. Alright, on to... The next step in everyone's favorite two-button tactic is to look the part. Your Pyro character needs to look like this no-skill free-to-play dumbass that he is. And for that, we need the best hat in the game, the Gibbous. Where the hell's my Gibbous? There it is. Alright. There we go. Up next, you're going to want to see all the pretty colors that Pyroland has to offer, so Pyrovision goggles are absolutely essential. And of course, you're going to want to run a mercenary badge. That way, everybody on the server knows that you are blowing out the only 3 cosmetic items that you own. Okay, now that our cosmetic loadout says that our mother has installed a drool bucket to our computer desk, it's time to inform everybody that second to being a fur fag, using the Phlogistinator is the most critical aspect to being a W+M1 Pyro, pun intended. Once you've spammed out an entire group of people with whatever the hell it is the Phlog shoots, it's time to do essentially the same thing, but this time you'll be doing it with
Guaranteed crits.
In your secondary slot, any flare gun will do, but if you want to be the biggest W+M1 there is, you're going to need a scorch shot. The scorch shot is the fastest way to tell people that you don't know how to aim flares, so you need this annoying piece of shit as a crutch. For a melee weapon, you're going to want to run the 3rd degree. The ability to hit people who are attached by medi beams is absolutely huge. It's big league. I cannot tell you how many times in a match that I've ran up to an overhealed heavy, started furiously swinging my melee weapon, and was able to kill him and the medic without doing any additional work. Alright, good shit. Our loadout definitely says that we own a fur-lined fleshlight. Now it's time to... Now that we look like the drooling furry that we are, and we're blowing out the right weapons for the job, it's time to get out into a pub and set it ablaze. When in combat, remember that your W key and the left mouse button are the only 2 buttons that are going to be of any benefit to you whatsoever. Fuck this strafing shit. You want to identify your target from afar and just make a beeline straight at them, setting everything in your path on fire with this game's broken flame particles. If you're against a group and it isn't safe to approach them with the new Pyro meta, back off and start spamming scorch shot flares at them. They are sure to retreat to a dispenser, as well as have a few choice words for the scorch shot spammer in chat. If your scorch shot isn't causing the enemy sniper to call you the N-word in chat, you're not doing your job right, and you better get on top of spamming him into oblivion right away. When you're not mindlessly charging the enemy with your flamethrower blazing, you better be spamming scorch shot flares down choke points and at snipers, so Santa doesn't come in and violate you on Christmas Eve.
Like rape, they'll say, you can't joke about rape. Rape's not funny. I say, fuck you, I think it's hilarious. How do you like that?
Melee combat? Yeah, we don't do that. Melee weapons are for pussies. All we know how to do is charge forward holding primary fire and spamming flares. None of this melee business. Your fur fetish needs to permeate the text chat like the STDs you caught at FurryCon. If everyone else couldn't glean just from the way you play Pyro that you're a raging fur fag, speaking incessantly about your desire to ravage some fox poon should get the job done. Everything you say, everything you do, everything you are must be a reference to your fur-lined fantasies. At the end of the match, when you inevitably top frag because of how broken the flame particles are in the game right now, make sure you laugh in the faces of those who said you had no skill.
Now I'm good! I have a hat to prove it!
If you have followed this tutorial correctly, then you have accomplished a magnificent feat.
Magnificent.
You've officially become a W+M1 Pyro. Congratulations! Now, get out there, farm some strange Phlog kills, and jerk off to Chew Fox on the Tyra Banks show.
Well, we are furries. Furries are people who have an inner animal that they like to celebrate.
Alright folks, that's gonna do it for how to be a W+M1 Pyro. Up next is going to be how to be a sticky spammer, so if you have any ideas for that, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you when I see you.